Look, Jacob explains to his wives that Leah and Rachel, that God has told him to go back home. What does it mean, back home? We're reading Family Story, chapter 31, in 5 parts. Stefan Hager, my name, reading with you in the New International Reader's Version. The grandson of Abraham. Family story in the Old Testament, Tawrat, Genesis. When I live in Pakistan with my adopted home and visit Switzerland, I would return to Pakistan and I would say I'm going back home. It's my adopted home. So in the same way, when Jacob, who lived years and years in his father-in-law's place, the Aramean, Laban, and has 4 wives now, he tells them, I'm going home. He goes back home to the country of his grandfather Abraham, the country of the covenant. So God interacts with you and me. He wants to interact with you and me personally, on a personal level. That's how we have to understand these stories of the Old Testament, right? Try it out. So the story goes like that. Verse 1, Jacob heard that Laban's sons were saying, Jacob has taken everything our father owned, they said. He has gained all of his wealth from what belonged to our father. Jacob noticed that Laban's feelings towards him changed, or had changed. Then the Lord spoke to Jacob. He said, go back to your father's land and to your relatives. I will be with you. So Jacob sent word to Rachel and Leah. He told them to come out to the fields where his flocks were. He said to them, I see that your father's feelings towards me have changed. But the God of my father has been with me. You know that I've worked for your father with all of my strength, but your father has cheated me. He has changed my pay 10 times. In spite of everything that's happened, God hasn't let him harm me. Sometimes Laban would say, the speckled ones will be your pay. Then all, look at this, the flocks had little ones with speckles. At the other times he would say, the stripped ones will be your pay. Then all the flocks had little ones with stripes. So God has taken away your father's livestock and given it to me. So this is when you are blessed. When you are blessed, you are a person who gives, who doesn't receive. It's more blessed to give than to receive. Jacob, Hazrat Yaqub, was blessed because of the covenant with God. God made a covenant with his grandfather Abraham, Hazrat Ibrahim. Let's read on verse 10. Once during the mating season I had a dream. In my dream I looked up and I saw male goats mating with the flock. The goats had stripes, speckles or spots. The angel of the Lord said to me in a dream, Jacob, I answered. Here I am, he said. Look up, see the male goats mating with the flock. All of them have stripes or strips, speckles or spots. That is because I have seen everything that Laban has been doing to you. I am the God of Bethel. Look, house of God, Bethel. That is where you poured oil on a pillar. There you made a promise to me. Now leave this land. Go back to your own land. So God reminded Jacob of his personal covenant when he saw him in a dream. What a blessed person you are when God gives you dreams. It says in Prophet Joel that God will pour out his spirit on all flesh, and all men will have visions and young men will see dreams. Look at this. Verse 14, Rachel and Leah replied, do we still have any share in our father's property? Doesn't our father think of us as strangers? First, he sold us Now he has used up what he was paid for us. Look, all of the wealth God took away from our father really belonged to us and our children. See? So do what God has told you to. So they agreed with Jacob. So they were with him, not with their physical father, but they were with their husband.